During that game, I also broke my jaw.
Is that one of your end goals as a team to go on and play in a World Cup?
We have definitely discussed it. Obviously, we are an amateur country, but we would love to have a chance to play at the World Cup.
What is better, Union or Rugby League? Hello everybody and welcome to the Rugby League Rookies podcast with Expert Ollie, and today we have a very special guest, Sylvan Vonken. Sorry, I'll get better pronouncing it, but for a lot of you guys, Australian audience who wouldn't know, he actually plays rugby league over in the Netherlands, and today a bit more of an interview style, and we're going to really learn more about what it's like for a rugby league player over in the Netherlands. So how are you doing it today, mate?
Oh, good, Ollie, thank you. Yeah, pretty good day so far.
Okay, well, I think we'll get into it. The first question is maybe tell a bit of the audience really who are you and just what you do. I know I briefly mentioned that before, but maybe a bit more detail into it.
Alright, my name is Sylvan Vonken. I play rugby in the Netherlands. I play a combination of union and league. See, that league is not too big here. I've been playing union since I'm in my 24th season at the moment. And for league, I've just played a season up to now. But yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's I think what I found quite common is that a lot of these guys who play rugby league over in the Netherlands now had a lot of experience playing rugby union. I'm guessing obviously that is probably the main rugby. It is mostly in the world. So obviously you do play for the Netherlands international team, but what club team do you play for if you do, or rugby union as well?
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. Rugby league is not the biggest one here. It's a union. I play for, but we do have a club competition with the league. I play for the Smaller Wolves. So it's one of the 6 clubs that we have in the Netherlands, where we have a competition normally in the summer, which connects with the union season. Yeah, so I've been playing for that league for this last year. I've been asked to play for the Dutch national team as well. Went invited for a training camp, and then got selected for a few matches.
Yeah, I've tried to do a little bit of research before going to this. So obviously, the Wolves have won a premiership before, 2022, I believe it was, which was their first year as a team. I've done a little bit of research. I don't know if I'm exactly that good at it, correct, but obviously coming into that team, what is it like playing rugby league in the Netherlands, like from supporter base and just with all your teammates and the connections?
I must say, what I said, I played 23 years as a rugby union player. The rugby league vibe is quite different. It's actually very lovely. You know, so the sport's very hard, obviously, but the guys to connect with was very nice. Zwolle Wolves especially, really great team. I would recommend everybody to give it a try, especially in the Netherlands for the guys watching this. And yeah, the vibe is just really good as well as with the crowd. So I mostly noticed we played the national there's a championships again for the national side for the Wolves side. We played the finals, which was a really great vibe. Everybody was really into it. Sadly, I broke my jaw during that match, but after 25 minutes. But up to that moment, it was just great.
Yeah, I guess when you're playing rugby league in a nation where it's not that one of the biggest sports, it's a whole lot of fun is what I've been getting here. It's a good amount of fun, different than rugby union, but obviously similar features as well. So when was your first game, your debut for the Netherlands Rugby League national team?
I played, that was in June. I'm not saying it right. Sorry, September, where I played my first match against Ireland, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and was great crowd. Nice team to play against. Actually, they were very quick, especially. I think we were the more physical side, but their rush defense on us, and we just couldn't really get our meters on. So obviously we did not win that day, but it was really nice to have that as my first match experience, playing from the prop side. I believe I had a proper impact on the game, and I just really enjoyed the experience there.
Yeah, obviously, like, it must be such a big thing. I know, even though it is just rugby league, but playing for your national team in these international games. Obviously, you guys played Ireland. I've watched a couple Netherlands rugby league games myself, because you do have access to watching them over on YouTube, the national team games. So a bit of a harder time to watch here, but I think one of the first ones I watched was when you guys played Ukraine this year. Obviously, I don't believe you played in that, but there's a content creator here who grew up in the Netherlands. His name is the Leaguey, and he's quite the popular creator here, and he's kind of trying and brought a lot of his fans in the community to go over and just watch Netherlands Rugby League and support rugby league outside of Australia. So he kind of helped me with and just showing me about Netherlands Rugby League and got me interested into wanting to interview you. So I'm guessing you were born in the Netherlands, but what was it like just growing up there? And obviously you played union. I'm guessing you probably played union in school, but tell me a bit about that.
I started playing rugby union when I was 8 years old. I've been growing in my local side at the local club, actually. That's where we normally play. And then around my 18th, I got selected for the Dutch national youth team for rugby union.
Okay.
So I played. I played the under 18s and under 19s. I played 2 European championships, one in France, one in Portugal. Of which in the French one we got the championship from the B division. So that was the first year we promoted to A division. So that was pretty cool. I joined between my 18th and 19th. I went to South Africa for a year of rugby, obviously also union.
Yeah.
And then played there for a year around in Stellenbosch. And then the last few years, I tried a few years with an Premiership team in the Netherlands. Eventually, we ended up back in my hometown club where I started coaching and playing there, where we now play first class as well with the team. And then since this year, I really got into rugby league through a few friends of mine that also used to or are still playing union, and then told me to, especially through the summer arc, just get fit, stay fit, play a lot of play some nice footy, and then and just really fell in love with the game as well. I played sevens quite a lot in my back in the day. Never really enjoyed sevens, just a very quick game, and then but rugby league is way more my kind of taste.
Yeah, I've really gotten the perfect person to come on, because you really do bring the perspective of someone who's played union and now playing rugby league. Obviously, you mentioned some great things that you've done in rugby union. I agree. I think sevens is too fast. As someone who's played sevens myself, it's not my taste. I'm more league or just normal union. But okay, turn my phone back on to the next question. Okay, so where do you guys normally play when you play a Netherlands national rugby league game, or club games as well? Because are these places just random parks? Do you guys have proper stadiums you guys play in, or what's it kind of like there?
So what it is with for example, with Zwolle Wolves that I play for. And they normally have a training in like a park area, but we also, because there's an influence from multiple players from multiple union clubs, we also often have access to one of those union clubs to do training. The Wolves don't have an own training facility, but they do use the union facilities that are around. Same for the national Dutch side. We don't really have no stadium, but we use union clubhouses and union clubs that are willing to. Most teams are very nice, very willing to have us over. So we played this year. We played a few times in the Bassets, which is around a little bit over Amsterdam, and then we had a few matches down south in Brabant, where we got invited to play.
Okay, yeah. Obviously very different to what we have in Australia. Australia, you got basically every game played in big stadiums, tons of thousands of fans, so very different to what it is like in Netherlands. Also, Australia, you got the more high-tech training facilities and stuff, which is all focused on rugby league instead of borrowing or using stuff that's mainly used for these rugby union teams. Now, obviously, you recently got into rugby league. Have you had a look at the Australian rugby league side? Do you have maybe a favourite team in the NRL? Have you even looked at it a couple games?
I did actually look at a few games, because mostly coming from rugby union side, just during the rugby league rules, you have to watch matches. I mean, just to get to know all the rules. So I watched a few NRL games. I think it was the Broncos.
Yeah.
That I was really impressed with. Yeah. So I watched. I think it was the finals between the Broncos and I'm not too sure what the Panthers. The Panthers, I think.
Yeah, that was so this year was Broncos and Storm, but I think, I don't know, maybe it was last year or the year before, it was Broncos Penrith, so that was pretty recent, yeah.
So I watched that one and a few other ones, but I was really impressed with that game, especially because of the physicality of the boys. Since I was playing at the prop position, really tried to see what their lines were, what they're running it, how they're running it. So, it was a very impressive game to watch.
Yeah. Talents of the Broncos and Penrith, especially at that time. Penrith were it was like their third premiership in a row. Broncos, great team, great players, Reece Walsh, Tony Staggs. So yeah, makes sense why you'd watch those types of games, because that's the highest level of club rugby league, because these are, like, just especially in that game, these were definitely the best players, and currently still now the players who played in that game are still some of the best that play right now. Obviously the Broncos winning the recent premiership as well, they've been just absolutely amazing. So I can completely understand why you would watch them and really see how they play. I support the Parramatta Eels, which is we haven't been so good recently in the NRL, but when you get a chance, you gotta watch a Parramatta Eels game. Mighty Eels.
Will do.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we'll go. So, what's some of the biggest highlights of playing rugby league for you?
All right. Obviously, getting into the game and getting to know the team was just really, really good this year. Then having the opportunity to play there and also get selected for the national championship. So we played against the Brabant Bears, which were sadly we lost. During that game, I also broke my jaw after about 25 minutes. So that was a bit it sucked. But then I had a bit of an operation. I got back into the rugby league, and I was still asked to pitch for the training for the Dutch national team, if not for playing, mostly just for getting the experience in the training squad. I actually recovered very quickly. So a month later, I was on the pitch playing with the national team and then against Ireland, which was singing the anthem again, and just being there with that crowd, playing this team. It was obviously very good, and just playing at this level, just it was a really cool experience.
Yeah.
And then
No, you continue.
Oh no, my last game against then at Ukraine, and then the last game was against Serbia, which were those guys were just massive. I mean, they were some big guys.
Yeah.
And we had a tough match against them, especially. I think we defended the first half for like 80%, and I think we had a great defense, but it just dies you out. And you notice that in the last 25 minutes where we just got overrun a bit. But the overall experience of it, and the physicality, and the team that just putting each other through, it was an amazing experience.
Yeah. In that Netherlands team, is the dream to make it to the World Cup? Obviously, they've kind of limited the amount of spots that nations can, and it's much harder to make the Rugby League World Cup now, which is unfortunate. A lot of people here are very against it because not as many opportunities for the smaller Rugby League nations. I know you guys sit definitely in the top 20, maybe top 15 nations in the world. So do you guys think, is that one of your end goals as a team to go on and play in a World Cup?
We have definitely discussed it. What you're saying is you have to be right, of course, with the amount of spots that are open for the other teams. Obviously, we are an amateur country, but we would love to have a chance to play at the World Cup. Even against countries like Australia, that obviously the chances are very slim, but the opportunity obviously would be great. And also to promote rugby league in the Netherlands, it's nice to show yourself off at an international platform.
Yeah.
So that there are less slots available also gives us the opportunity. Doesn't give us the opportunity to really show up rugby league, which I think is sad.
Yeah.
But there's still talk about it. We're training hard. We're training, and we'll see where it goes. At the moment, we're looking for a new head coach for the Dutch national team. So if you got any recommendations, let me know, and then we'll see if we can pitch him here. But last year we had rugby league is growing in the Netherlands, and we are trying to evolve it into a more professional game. So also with the influence from a few Australians, which come over to play for us. So try to get an experience up.
Yeah. Obviously, back to the spots and stuff. I do think obviously for next year, not next year's World Cup, but probably the years coming after, before the next World Cup. Sorry, after that, I feel like we might see them open up more spots. I feel like it's been quite the debated topic, and I feel like they might urge to do more spots. And if you do, I definitely think it's a huge possibility for you guys to do it. Obviously, we are starting to see more other nations playing rugby league here in Australia. We had the Pacific Championship final, and there's 3 games throughout the entire day people could go watch. And the first one was actually between the Cook Islands and South Africa in rugby league, which was a World Cup qualifier. So it'd be great to see if Netherlands could one day come down to Australia and play a World Cup qualification, or hopefully a World Cup game. Because I'm sure you guys get a whole bunch of support, and it would really build the sport, not just in the Netherlands, but throughout internationally as well. Okay, let me look at my points. So I guess we can connect off what we just said. What do you think people in Australia or even in Netherlands could do to help support rugby league?
So what we have from Australia's side, we've got a few of the players coming over to the Netherlands, joining the national side. So they have the Dutch passport, but there's really great influence. These guys are playing at a higher level of league, so they're really bringing in a lot of experience. For the Dutch boys here. Obviously, watch the games. It's always it's really good to have all those views on the YouTube but also the comments and just to show a little bit more. That is well. That is getting better known, which is very nice. So just watch the matches. And then in the Netherlands, I think what's most important is that we get to know that people get to know rugby league more.
Yeah.
So we have 6 teams, obviously, in the Netherlands, which is not very much. But even those in those 6 teams, you have 1 or 2 teams which are very tight in the amount of players as well. So we're trying to promote it mostly within rugby union at the moment, because that's where most people are willing to come from. We don't really, what we would like is obviously have people join at a younger age to teach them proper rugby league. But at this point in time, that's not really possible yet. We only consist out of senior teams, so there's no youth division in which you can educate, in which you can train younger people to play rugby league. So we're still working on that, and I think if we get a bit more popularity in the Netherlands and we get a little bit more flow going, I think we might be able to grow bigger.
Yeah, we're starting to hear a whole bunch of stuff. Nathan Cleary, probably currently, I guess you go with Reece Walsh, but definitely one of the best players the NRL has right now. We're hearing stuff that he's very open to go over and play for Ukraine internationally, and we're gonna, hopefully we will start seeing these bigger rugby league talents going over to play for smaller rugby league nations. And it's definitely a possibility that we could see very soon, especially, my friend, a fellow content creator, Lee, went on a call with the Ukraine coach, and he actually had a little chat, and I interviewed him and asked him about that. And basically they were talking about how the Clearys, Nathan Cleary's, obviously Jet does currently play for Ukraine, that they are very open to playing for that. So yeah, basically, hopefully we do start seeing that more and more and more across. But yeah, I know obviously if you're anywhere, you can also go to the Netherlands club shop on the internet, and you can sponsor the training jersey, I believe, is still up right now. So that's also, I guess, another way to support them if you are really anywhere in the world as well. So just wanted to mention that in. So obviously you played a whole bunch of games. Have you ever played at Rugby Club Octopus?
Yeah, I did. For both junior side and the league side, we also had the match. We had a match against, what was it? Ukraine. Say that right?
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that right. I think either Ukraine or Syria, we played at the Octopus.
Yeah. It's kind of been a big thing here, Rugby Club Octopus, because that's when everyone came together, watched one of the games. It was played at a place called Rugby Club Octopus, and it's kind of became this whole thing here in the creator space, which is really, really funny. I think it kind of got, because of the name, you wouldn't have a place here in Australia called Rugby Club Octopus, but that's some of the cool things you see on international rugby league. Okay, I think probably the final question for you. What is better, union or rugby league?
Oh, that's a rough question. Physicality wise, I really love league. I mean, it's just been so much fun. I've always been a physical player at the union side, so I was always either the flanker or number 8, and then getting the opportunity to play prop and just getting that ball and just run up to people and just try and bash through. And obviously, one of my favorite things is defending. It's weird, but it's defending. I love tackling. So doing that in league, it's just fantastic. The people running straight at you, just the physicality, 100%. So no, I think league would win it in that part for me. The only thing it's super bad, what I'm missing in rugby league is the rucks. It's one of my favorite parts in union.
Yeah.
And obviously the working to the ground and then just the playing the ball there. It misses out on me. I really love the rucks. So no, but my overall experience this year, I mean, rugby league really has been amazing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, right answer. Had to go with rugby league. Okay, so this is more of a personal question for me. Obviously growing up in Netherlands, rugby union, now rugby league. Do you support a team, football, soccer in the Netherlands? Because I'd like to know that. Big football fan.
Big football fan. I gotta disappoint you, man. No, I actually never really. So yeah, obviously football is really big in the Netherlands. But I'm just growing up with rugby, with the different kind of atmosphere that is it from football. I just never really clicked with that sport. So no, I'm not. No, I'm not really a soccer fan. If I'm gonna choose something, it'll probably be like Amsterdam, Ajax, or something.
Yeah, I was gonna see if you watched football and you hopefully supported Ajax, because I support Chelsea, and we recently battered Ajax in the Champions League. So I was gonna see if I could get a little sneaky with it and see, but that's all right. Thank you so much for coming on, because obviously it's morning for you. It's basically nighttime for me, nearly 8 o'clock. So it's a bit more difficult to get the times right for the both of us, but I really do appreciate it. I'm sure you probably have some training stuff to go on for today, if I'd be correct, right?
You're correct. Right now I'm heading off to the gym after this. So yeah.
Yeah. Go. I don't know what to end it off. Win your next game with Netherlands. Okay. Score try. Yeah.
Will do.
You will do.
Will do.
For all of us here.
Thank you, man.
Okay, I wish you the best of luck in all the games you play, and hopefully this is one little part that can just help show Australia more of international rugby league, and I promise you there'll be a lot more support for the Netherlands, especially in international rugby league. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you, Sylvan. I will get that right eventually. Thank you. See you guys next one. Goodbye.